today we're going to talk about wide receiver number 2. We're going to talk about what our wide receiver number 2 stat lines are. Okay, and then we're going to talk about what a real wide receiver number 2 stat line should be, and we got several examples. And then we're going to turn that into what is available in the draft in order for us to get to a true wide receiver number 2. I'm Brad. This is Dustin. Like I said in our intro, we're going to talk about our number 2 receiver compared to other number 2 receivers in the league. Okay, and the difference in that.
What a real 2 looks like.
What a real number 2 looks like. Our number 2 receiver, if you look on the depth chart, is Jalen Tolbert. He's our number 2. 6'1", 194 pounds. He caught 49 passes last year for 610 yards. He had 7 touchdowns, 12.4 yard average, and he played in
17 games.
17 games. That's what he played in.
Yeah.
He's obviously behind CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put our number 1s from these guys up here. I'm just putting, we're looking for number 2.
Yep.
Who's going to be our number 2? Is Jalen Tolbert that guy?
I don't know. And behind him is our third string. Behind Tolbert is Turpin. He had 31 catches for 420. And he hit his head on the goalpost twice. His average was 13.5. He also played in every game.
Every game. So both of these guys, our number 2 and our number 3, played in 17 games, every one of the games, and these are their stats. Okay? That's what we got for our number 2. Now then, let's look at
another one thing to add, though. Cooper Rush was the quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
These numbers may be different with Dak.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Some people say Cooper Rush is better than Dak. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so.
No.
But regardless, that's what we got. These are our number 2 and our number 3 receivers. The guys, Milroe and some of them, Flournoy, they ain't even close to these stats.
Oh, no.
Okay? So now let's look at some other number 2 receivers in the league and their stats compared to what our guys are.
All right.
Let's look at Jameson Williams. He's behind. He's not behind. He don't back him up, Amon St. Brown, but he is Detroit's number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
Okay. He had 58 receptions, 7 touchdowns. He had 1,001 yards. Okay. He had a 17.3 yard average.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's huge. He was a deep threat big time. But he did that in 15 games.
Yeah.
Okay. We're looking at our guys at 17. Williams did his in 15. That's a true number 2.
And he only had 9 more catches.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
He had 400 more yards
in two less games.
Yeah, almost 400 more yards.
That's right. 400 more yards.
Behind Jefferson, you got Addison. He had 63 catches for 875. He visited the end zone 9 times. His average was 13.9, and he only played in 15 games.
15 games. So 875 yards and 1,001 compared to our 610 or 420.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 games compared to 15 games. Okay. Let's go to Philly. Super Bowl champion.
We got to talk about Philly.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. I don't like to, but we're going to talk about him. You got Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown's the number 1. Devontae Smith had 68 receptions, 833 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns. He had a 12.3 yard average, and he only played in 13 games. 4 less games. 833 yards 610 yards. 4 less games Devontae Smith had. Definitely, we're talking. These are number 2 receivers.
Yeah.
This is their number 2 compared to our number 2s.
That's a real one.
Yeah, that's a real one.
Yeah. Behind Chase, for the Bengals, you got T. Higgins. He had 73 receptions for 911. He had reservations for the end zone 10 times. He had 12.5 average, and he only played 12 games.
12 games.
That's
911 yards, basically 300-yard difference in 5 less games. Okay,
yeah, that's the next one.
That's a number 2. So we got our last one that we're going to show you. There's others.
Oh yeah,
there's others, but we don't have time to make this video forever. We got Mike Evans was the number 1 receiver for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, number 2. Godwin had 50 catches for 576 yards. Don't sound like a lot.
No.
5 touchdowns, 11.5-yard average in 7 games.
That's wild.
7 games.
I mean, just look.
Tolbert played 10 more games than Godwin.
And he had about 30 more yards.
He had about 30 something yards. I'm not a mathematician. 30-something more yards and only 1 more reception. And he played 10 more games.
5 touchdowns is crazy, too.
Yeah. He almost had him in touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 10 more games. This is the type of receiver we need in Dallas.
Yeah.
We need a true number 2.
True 2.
We need a true 2. Who is going to step up?
I don't think it's
Tolbert. This is his 4th year.
Yeah.
If he's going to step up, I think he would have stepped up.
He has.
Turpin's a gadget guy.
Yeah.
I don't expect Turpin to catch up, and I put him on here. Only reason I put him on here is because he's listed as the 3rd receiver.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Tolbert, he has progressed over the years, but he's still not a 2.
He's not a 2.
He has got better year, but still, I think he's almost topped out.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
He was just peak.
I don't think I'd be surprised.
As good as he's gonna be.
If we didn't pick up anybody in the draft and we rolled back the same team that we had last year, these are the same numbers I feel like you'd get.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's going to change. This is your guy.
He ain't going to break 1,000.
He's a good 3rd guy.
You need a second receiver that's going to get 800 to 1,000.
900 yards to 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
If we're going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas, we can't do it with a guy that catches, 14, 13, 15, 1,700 yards, and then a guy that gets 6'10". That just ain't going to happen.
They had together a little over 1,000.
Yeah.
In 17 games, and he did it by himself.
By himself in 2 less games.
Yeah.
Okay? And they have a 3rd-string receiver as well. Or no, I won't say 3rd string. Everybody's got a number 1, number 2 in a slot, or number 3. Okay? I can see us getting if we could go get a good receiver. You and I've already talked about free agency. There's really not one in free agency that's worth going to get.
They're either been hurt a lot or cost too much money. They're old.
They don't have as much productivity as even Tolbert.
No.
Okay? About the same. And you're going to pay them $18, $19 million. So I don't see one in free agency being available. Okay? I can see Tolbert being a 3rd guy.
Yeah.
Or Turpin. He's our gadget dude. In all truthfulness, he's our gadget guy.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what it is. So, if we can't find one in free agency, I know some people say Lockett. If you look at Lockett's stats, they're not even any better than Tolbert's.
No.
Okay? And he's old.
Yeah.
Okay? So, the young guys in free agency are like Deontay Johnson. I think he's a little bit younger.
Elijah Moore.
He's a little bit younger. Stats ain't much different, but he's a little bit younger. If you're going to get somebody to play, let's get somebody that's got a few years that can play, for a few years. Because some of these older guys, they want money. They want to get paid.
And there's a lot of people out there, they're on their last leg and they want a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's what they want. Yeah. Exactly. But they've lost a step.
Yeah.
They feel like they're still that
superstar.
That they're a superstar or that rookie or second or third year guy when they're really not.
No.
They're really not. So I honestly don't want them to pick up. I mean, we picked up old boy
Paris Campbell.
He had 6 receptions for
30 yards or something.
30 or 90 or 60 or 50, whatever. 1 touchdown.
He's not the answer.
He's a speedster. I really don't know why they went and got him other than depth. But needless to say, we need a guy to put up these numbers.
Yeah.
If we want to be competitive, if we want to be able to go to a Super Bowl, we need to have CeeDee Lamb go off on his normal stuff that he does, and we need a second guy that can put up 800 yards.
When Lamb is
or 900 yards.
When Lamb is having a bad game or he's getting doubled and a lot or whatever, need that number 2 they can step up in there and be like, hey, I'm here. And they don't even game plan for this dude.
Yeah. They don't do a squad. They'll put their second string corner on this guy. We need somebody that can put up 800-900 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Consistently, like this guy is a threat.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's what we need. We're talking about winning Super Bowls here. We're not talking about having a winning season.
Yeah.
We're talking about we want to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
We need people that can put up receiving yards that's a threat to the other team. You got Detroit, which was up there. They actually, honestly, should have won it better.
Yeah.
You got Detroit. You got Minnesota. You got Philly, which won it. Cincinnati was up there.
They've been there for a while. They've been there.
All these guys. I don't think Tampa Bay had a chance to win a Super Bowl. But if you looked at their receivers,
he won one when Brady was there.
Yeah, they did. But if you want to win the Super Bowl, you need a number 2 receiver, a true number 2, not a fake number 2, not a this or that. We need a 800 to 900 yard plus threat.
You think we can find that in the draft?
Okay, that's a good question.
Uh-huh.
So there are 4 players in the draft, 4 receivers. That's a ton of receivers in the draft. There's 4 projected to go in the first round. Okay. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, I don't, if they're first rounders or not, but there's 4 of them that are, we're going to say the top 4.
Yeah.
First, early second, if possible. And so these 4 guys, we got Golden, McMillan, Ibuka, and Burden. And this is the order that they say they're projected to go. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that order 100%, but
no,
this is what they say. So the number 1 receiver off the board, which could definitely be there at number 12, and the number 2 receiver off the board that could definitely be there at number 12, are these two, whether they're swapped or not, is Matthew Golden at number 1. He's a 4.29 40 guy.
That's good.
Dude can fly.
Yeah.
Absolute fly. 6 foot, 194 pounds. 58 receptions for 987 yards. He led the team in yards. He led Texas in yards. He had 9 touchdowns, 17-yard average.
That's good.
Okay. His strengths are his speed, and he did all of this against SEC competition.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a big deal.
a huge deal. He runs very good routes. Okay, he's a good yak guy. Some of his weaknesses, though, are his concentration drops. Sometimes when he maybe come across the middle, he's wide open.
Yeah.
And dude's going to throw the ball to him, and he drops it. So he needs to work on that.
Yeah.
His catch radius. His catch radius is not, he's obviously not the same as this 6'5" dude.
No.
Ted McMillan. But his catch radius is definitely a weakness.
Yeah.
But could he become a number 2 for Texas over Tolbert? Yes, I think he could.
And after him, I like this is my guy. I like him.
Yeah, Desmond loves this dude.
I like people. I like receivers. They're tall and got a little weight on them. And contested catches and the 50-50 balls. Anyway, that's T-Mac. He played for Arizona State.
Yeah.
6'5", 212. He run a 4.48, 84 catches for 8 touchdowns and 1,319 yards and a 15.7 average.
Yep.
Some of his strengths are his size.
He's huge.
Yeah,
he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Definitely a big boy.
Yeah. His size is a strength, sticky hands. He's a good red zone threat.
His red zone threat is huge. 6'5".
Yeah, and then
he's talking about your corner routes and throw it up and let the dude go get it.
That's what it is.
That's your man right there.
Last year, I don't remember, we get to right there in the red zone.
Yeah.
We couldn't put it in.
Yeah.
That'd be a good.
Or for some reason last year, several times on several occasions, we would just throw the ball up for a jump ball to our smallest receiver.
Yeah.
On the roster, Cavante Turpin.
Yeah.
We're throwing jump balls to the guy that's like 5'9" or 5'8" or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me?
But he has some weaknesses, and those are he struggles with press coverage.
Yeah.
And he gets jammed on the line, lack of speed, and his route running.
Yeah. I've heard several things about that they have one thing that the NFL looks on that's bad is the fact that in just regular coverage, he's okay.
Yeah.
But when somebody comes up and presses him off the line, he doesn't get the separation he needs.
Yeah. And that's that route running.
But that can be corrected.
Route running?
Yeah. That definitely
can
be
corrected.
They'll coach him up. Yeah, they can coach him up. And obviously they feel like they can, or they wouldn't have him at number 1 and number 2 off the board.
Yeah.
They feel like we could get this guy. We got Ohio State. What's his name? Ibuka. Okay, I don't know how to say his whole name. Anyway, he's 6'1", 205. He runs a 4.3 40. Not too far off from this dude.
No.
4.3 flat. He had 81 receptions for 1,011 yards. 10 touchdowns.
10 touchdowns.
That's good. And 12.5 yard average. So some of his strengths are he gets separation. He gets his yard after catch. He'll get out there. I've heard him compared to Debo.
Debo?
Yeah. I've heard how Debo used to be.
Yeah.
They just throw it to him and let him run. I've heard his comparison kind of to Debo. Well, you don't know 100%, but I did see him play against Texas.
Yeah.
Did pretty good against them.
Yeah, he did.
And he has really good ball tracking. Like he goes up and catches the ball at the point of attack, the highest point he can. Okay. Some of his weaknesses are his size, which I don't see that. They say that his size is a weakness, but 6'1", 205, that don't seem horrible to me. And maybe if he was considered a first rounder or a first string receiver, number 1 receiver, but I don't see that as a big deal. They say that vertical threat. No. He's not a huge vertical threat. Which another thing with the Cowboys, I don't see that we need a huge vertical threat. Well, to be quite honest, we don't ever throw the ball vertical.
Oh, we do, and
we just throw it out here and out there. That's pretty much what.
And then when they do go deep, they throw it to the smallest dude on the team.
Yeah, smallest guy on the team. Yeah, we're gonna throw it to Turpin for some reason. And his durability. They say that they worry about his durability, like, you know.
He's been hurt a few times.
He's been hurt a couple of times, and how's he going to hold up with NFL, crushing down and coming down on him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the next one, we got Missouri. Luther Burden III from Missouri. He's 5'11", under 4'1". He weighs 205. He had 676 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. I think some of his yards are low a little bit.
Yeah, they're very low because.
I think because of the quarterback play.
Yeah, they say that the quarterback play restricted him this year.
Yeah,
because the last year in 2023 he had over 1,200 yards receiving, but they say quarterback play this year kind of held him back.
Yeah.
So, which is another reason why they think he's in the top 4 receivers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say he's a dog attitude.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. Yeah. Like that boy's going. From what I've heard about him, he's going to come into the if he was to say Cowboys drafting whoever drafts him, he's going to come in with the attitude of I'm the number 1 receiver. CeeDee Lamb, you're the number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
You try to stay up with me.
I like that, though.
Yeah, I like that competition. They say that's what he has. He has that I'm the man, try to keep up.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Some of those strengths, he's a playmaker, and his yards after catch is pretty decent. But he has weaknesses, and those are his press coverage. His press coverage.
I guess the same as T-Mac.
Yeah. Concentration drops and his route running.
Route running, yeah. So what we got these are our guys that are on the roster, number 2 and 3 that ranked last year as number 2 and 3.
What we got as
right now. Then what we have possibilities in the draft. Who do you think, or what do you think? What's your number 1 spot? Who do you think you want?
McMillan.
You like McMillan. I knew you like McMillan because he's tall and big.
Yeah, I like McMillan. He's a little not as fast, but I like
that tall guy and that big.
They can go across the middle.
Yeah.
50-50 balls, throw up, fades in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I
see, and you and I are going to disagree on that. I like the big guy too.
Yeah.
I can't say that I don't like the big guy. We need a big receiver, but I like that. I like that yak.
Yeah.
I like that dude's going to catch that slant and take it 30 or 40 yards.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And if I was going to pick, so your pick is McMillan. If number 12, if he was available, you'd get him.
Yep.
If him and Golden were available, you'd take McMillan.
Yep.
I like McMillan myself. Okay, but I'm going to go the other direction.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the yak guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, at number 12, if Golden's available, we take him. If neither one of them is available at number 12, which I don't see that happening, if neither one of them is available at number 12, and we can trade back.
These people are not really far off.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're close.
Yeah.
If we can trade back, I would trade back to get Burden.
Yeah.
I like that dog. I want somebody that's got some attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really like to see that.
If he's not there at 12, I'll take him. If he's not neither one are there, I'll wait and get Burden.
Yeah. I like this Ibuka dude, but I don't know. Something about me tells me that Burden is going to be better than Ibuka. At one point earlier in the year, earlier on,
he wasn't rated number
Ibuka
one.
or a Burden was the number 12 pick.
Yeah.
They were like, he's going to be there. That's going to be your guy. And now they got him fourth in the lineup. And if you look at well, they do that little, I don't know what they call it, for the combine where like you got a 6.4 or 6.3, like your rating for how you did in the combine.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it's rated is Golden's rated, Burton is rated above all three of them. He has a higher rating by 0.08.
Yeah.
Above Golden and McMillan and Buka. How they have it rated is, if you go by that rating, it's Burden, Golden, McMillan, and Buka. So I don't know why they got him down here at the fourth guy. He used to be the first guy.
Might be because of the yards and the quarterback.
Yeah, it might be, but 676 yards. But like we said, the year before he had over 1,200. Different quarterback play.
Yeah.
I like the guy. I think he brings some that dog to the team that they need. I wouldn't be opposed to any one of these three. Any one of these three. I'd like to see him. And it's a toss-up for me between these two.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what we got. So what we showed you today is our number 2 receiver compared to other teams that are competitive, their number 2 receivers, and then what we're looking at in the draft. So what do you guys think? You think Tolbert's going to be? You think Tolbert's going to be the number 2? You think he can step up and put up 900 or 1,000 yards receiving? You think that? Or do you think we need to go draft somebody in the first round, maybe one of these 4? If so, which one? Or do you think Tolbert's going to be it? Put it in the comments. Is Tolbert going to be the man? Is that what you think? You think we're wasting a draft pick? Or do you believe that we need to move on from Tolbert, make him a number 3, and get us a number 2 out of the draft?
Or you think we should at least get somebody in the free agency?
Or free agency, but you and I, like I said, you and I have looked at free agency, and I'm not real impressed with what's left.
If I had to choose, I'd get one out of the draft.
I'd go with draft. Younger,
yeah,
they got that dog in them, wanting to make a point.
Yeah,
you know, any one of these guys right here want to be number 1, not number 2. They will be the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
If you're drafted in the first round of the draft, your mentality is, I'm going to be number 1 receiver on this team.
Very cool.
And that's what we want. We want that competition.
Yeah.
I want CeeDee Lamb to be like, that dude's trying to take my job.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
If we want to win a championship, that's what you have to have.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's what we got. So you guys, please like, subscribe, and get in the comments and let us know what you think. Yeah. Let us know if you think we're good where we are, if we need to upgrade, and who you guys think we need to upgrade to. And that's all we got today. And we will see you guys again probably a little bit later in the week, right?
Yeah.
See you.